As we get older, the idea of keeping a clean home can start to feel like a heavy burden. Maybe your back aches when you bend over. Maybe your energy runs out halfway through the day. Or maybe you're just tired of doing everything the hard way. If you're elderly, living with a disability, or simply in pain most days, cleaning shouldn't be one more thing that wears you down. The truth is, you don't need to scrub floors for hours or carry heavy tools just to feel at peace in your space. You just need a smarter, gentler approach that works with your body, not against it. In this video, I'm going to share 10 cleaning hacks that are lazy, but in the best possible way. They're easy, practical, and designed specifically for people who want to live in a clean, comfortable home without pushing themselves past their limits. Some of these tips come from personal experience, others from folks just like you who've found clever ways to make life a little easier. So if you've ever looked around your house and felt overwhelmed, or if you've thought, there's got to be a better way, this video is for you. Let's take a deep breath, pour a cup of tea, and dive into some simple ways to bring order and calm back into your home without all the struggle. Tip 1. Let the machines do the work for you. As we get older, we start realizing that energy is a precious resource. The body doesn't move like it used to, and every task takes just a little more effort than it did 10 or 20 years ago. That's why one of the best decisions I ever made was letting machines help me keep my home clean. I know for some people, especially those of us who didn't grow up with all this technology, the idea of using a robot vacuum or an automatic mop can feel intimidating. I was hesitant too. I thought, do I really need that? What if I can't figure out how to use it? But I took a chance and got myself a simple robot vacuum. I named her Maggie. Every morning, Maggie quietly rolls around my living room, picking up dust, crumbs, pet hair, whatever's there, while I sit back with my coffee and enjoy the morning light. It was life-changing. The best part is, you don't need to spend a fortune. There are basic models out there that are affordable, easy to set up, and don't require you to be tech-savvy. You can schedule it to run at the same time every day, or just press a button when you feel like it. It does the hard work for you, and you don't even have to lift a finger. I've recommended robot vacuums to several friends in my community, especially those with arthritis or chronic fatigue. They all say the same thing. Why didn't I do this sooner? And I couldn't agree more. Letting machines help you doesn't make you lazy. It means you're smart enough to protect your time, your energy, and your health. If there's a tool out there that can do the bending and pushing for you, take it. You've done enough of the heavy lifting in life. It's time to let something else do the work for a change. Tip 2. Switch to a rolling laundry basket. Laundry is one of those chores that never seems to end. Just when you think you're done, another pile appears. And for many older adults, the hardest part isn't folding or sorting, it's carrying. A full laundry basket can be surprisingly heavy, and if you have back pain, arthritis, or even just reduced balance, lifting that weight can be risky. That's why switching to a laundry basket with wheels can make a world of difference. I used to carry mine down the hallway and could feel the strain in my lower back every single time. It was just something I accepted. Until one day, I stumbled and nearly fell. That was my wake-up call. A friend suggested I try a rolling basket, and honestly, I haven't looked back since. Now I just roll it like a suitcase from my bedroom to the laundry room. No lifting, no wobbling, no stress. It glides easily even over carpet. And for people who live in apartment buildings or need to take their laundry to a different floor, it's even more helpful. Some of the better baskets also have multiple compartments, so you can sort as you go. Lights, darks, towels. That way, laundry day feels less chaotic. A small change like this might seem too simple to matter, but it's those little things that protect your body and give you a greater sense of ease. The truth is, being independent doesn't mean doing everything the hard way. It means finding ways to do things safely and smartly so you can keep going with confidence and comfort. Tip 3. Use a dust roller instead of a broom. Sweeping the floor might seem like a simple task, but for many older adults, it comes with a lot of hidden challenges. There's the bending, the twisting, the reaching for that last bit of dust in the corner. And let's not forget the dust clouds that kick up into the air, which can be tough on the lungs. If that sounds familiar, it might be time to trade your broom for something easier and gentler. A large floor-sized dust roller. It works just like those small lint rollers people use on their clothes, but it's made for floors. You roll it across hardwood, tile, or even low-pile carpet, and it picks up dust, hair, crumbs, and pet fur without spreading it into the air. The best part is, you don't need to sweep everything into one pile or bend down with a dustpan. When the roller gets full, you peel off the dirty layer and start fresh. I keep one near my kitchen, and every time I see a little mess, I just roll it up and move on. It's fast, light, and completely silent. One friend of mine, who uses a walker, told me it's the first time in years she's been able to clean her floor without help. That's powerful. It may not replace deep cleaning, but for everyday messes, it's more than enough. Sometimes making life easier is just about rethinking the tools we use. A dust roller might seem like a small change, but for someone living with joint pain or limited movement, it can feel like taking control back, one gentle roll at a time. Tip 4. Do a 5-minute reset before bed. Keeping a clean home doesn't have to mean doing everything all at once. In fact, one of the most helpful habits I've ever picked up is something incredibly simple. Every night, just before bed, I take 5 minutes to reset my space. That's it. Just 5 quiet minutes. I fluff the pillows, fold the blanket on the couch, put the remote back where it belongs, maybe clear a few dishes off the table. Nothing big, nothing heavy. But the impact? It's huge. When I wake up the next morning, I don't feel like I'm starting the day already behind. Instead, I open my eyes to a calm, tidy space. And that small sense of order sets the tone for everything else. This habit works especially well if you live alone or don't have a lot of energy to clean during the day, because you're not trying to clean the whole house. You're just giving the place a little reset. Some people like to set a timer, others make it part of their nighttime routine, right after brushing teeth or making tea. It becomes a rhythm, not a chore. One woman I know, a retired teacher named Margaret, told me she looks forward to those 5 minutes. She puts on quiet music and treats it like a gift to her future self. And really, that's what it is. It's not about being spotless. It's about waking up to a space that feels peaceful and lived in, not chaotic and overwhelming. If you've ever woken up to a messy room and felt defeated before your day even started, you know what I mean. Give yourself the gift of a 5-minute reset. You deserve a calm beginning. Tip 5. Follow the 1-minute rule. Sometimes the smallest tasks are the ones that pile up the fastest. A coffee cup left on the table, a pair of shoes by the door, mail scattered across the counter. None of these take much time on their own, but when left undone, they slowly create a sense of mess and mental clutter. That's where the 1-minute rule comes in. It's simple. If something takes less than 1 minute to do, just do it right away. Wipe up that small spill when you see it. Hang your coat instead of tossing it over a chair. Put the dish in the dishwasher instead of leaving it in the sink. These moments only take seconds, but they stop messes from building into something overwhelming later on. And for those of us who don't have the energy to spend an hour cleaning, that's a big deal. I started using this rule years ago after reading about it in a book. At first, it didn't seem like much, but after a few days, I noticed something. I didn't feel as weighed down. My home stayed tidier without any real effort. I wasn't scrambling to clean up when guests came by or feeling frustrated every time I walked into the kitchen. Those tiny actions added up, and the peace of mind they brought was bigger than I expected. What I love most about the 1-minute rule is how gentle it is. It doesn't demand anything huge. It just asks you to take care of little things in the moment so they don't grow into big problems later. For anyone dealing with limited energy or pain, this rule is a quiet ally. It lets you stay in control of your space without draining yourself. 1 minute at a time, that's all it takes. Tip 6. Set a timer for short cleaning sessions. Cleaning can feel like a mountain when you look at it all at once. The kitchen needs wiping, the laundry is piling up, and the bathroom could use some attention too. For a lot of older adults, just thinking about everything that needs to be done can be enough to shut you down before you even start. That's why one of the most effective strategies I've found is to break it all down with a simple timer. Here's how it works. You pick one small task or area, maybe it's wiping the counters, folding a basket of laundry, or tidying a drawer, and you set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. You don't need to finish everything. You just focus on doing what you can within that time. And when the timer goes off, you stop. No guilt, no pressure. It might sound too easy, but that's the beauty of it. I found that once I start, I usually get more done than I thought I would. And if I don't, that's okay too, because I still made progress. That little bit of structure helps you move forward without feeling overwhelmed. I know a man named Jack, a retired accountant, who swears by this method. He says it changed the way he looks at housework. Before, he would avoid cleaning altogether because it felt too big. Now he sets his timer for 10 minutes, puts on music, and does what he can. He told me, "It's just enough to feel productive, but not enough to wear me out." This approach is especially helpful if you're dealing with pain, fatigue, or brain fog. It gives you a start and an end point. And sometimes, knowing there's an end coming makes it easier to begin. So try it. Choose one task, set your timer, and just see what happens. 10 minutes might be all you need to feel a little more in control of your space and a lot more at peace. Tip 7. Spot clean the bathroom. Instead of deep cleaning, the bathroom is one of those places that can quickly get out of hand if left alone too long. But deep cleaning the whole room, scrubbing the tub, the sink, the toilet, all at once can be exhausting, especially if you're dealing with pain, stiffness, or limited mobility. The good news is, you don't need to wait until it's a big job. You can stay ahead of the mess with a simple habit: spot cleaning. Spot cleaning means doing small, frequent touch-ups instead of waiting for everything to build up. Wipe down the sink after you brush your teeth. Use a cloth to clean the faucet while the water's still running. After a shower, take a few seconds to squeegee the glass or tiles to prevent soap scum. These little actions take barely any time, but they make a huge difference in how clean your bathroom feels, and they save you from ever needing to do a full, back-breaking scrub. One woman I spoke to, a retired nurse named Emma, keeps a small microfiber cloth right next to her bathroom sink. Every time she's in there, she takes a moment to wipe something down. Nothing fancy, just a quick swipe of the mirror or the counter. She told me, "I never have to deep clean anymore because I never let it get bad." That's the heart of this tip. You're not aiming for perfect. You're just staying ahead of the mess so it never overwhelms you. For many older adults, this approach also gives you a sense of control and routine. When you take care of things little by little, they never have the chance to turn into something stressful, and your body will thank you for skipping all that hard scrubbing. Tip 8. Choose easy clean fabrics for furniture. Keeping your furniture clean shouldn't feel like a battle. But some fabrics, like cotton blends or thick upholstery, can hold on to dust, stains, and pet hair like a magnet. And for older adults, trying to scrub out a stain or vacuum a deep cushioned sofa can quickly become too much. That's why one of the smartest moves you can make is to switch to easy clean fabrics. Materials like microfiber, faux leather, or treated canvas are not only durable, they're incredibly simple to maintain. Spills wipe right off. Pet hair doesn't stick as much. Even dust doesn't settle the same way it does on heavy fabric. I've had a microfiber armchair for over 5 years now, and I barely have to do anything to keep it looking good. If something spills, a damp cloth usually does the trick. No cleaners, no heavy effort, no stress. Janet, a retired interior designer I know, swears by microfiber for anyone aging at home. She once told me, If I could do just one thing for every senior's living room, I'd replace their old couch with something they can wipe down in seconds. And I agree. It's not about style over substance. It's about making your space work for you, not against you. You don't need to replace every piece of furniture at once. Start small. Maybe it's a new dining chair with faux leather seats or a microfiber recliner where you spend most of your time. These changes save time and energy in the long run, and they help you keep your home looking fresh without the constant upkeep. When cleaning your furniture becomes a quick task instead of a full workout, you'll wonder why you didn't make the switch sooner. Tip 9. Use a lazy Susan for easy access. Sometimes the hardest part of cleaning or organizing isn't the actual cleaning. It's the reaching, the bending, or the stretching just to get what you need. Whether it's in the kitchen cabinet, the bathroom shelf, or even where you keep your cleaning supplies, digging through clutter can quickly turn into a painful chore. That's where a lazy Susan comes in. A lazy Susan is a simple rotating tray that makes items easy to reach with just a gentle spin. No more pulling everything out to find that one spice jar in the back. No more straining your shoulder to grab the medicine bottle on the top shelf. With one turn, it's right in front of you. I started using one in my kitchen, and now I have them everywhere. The bathroom, the pantry, even inside my refrigerator. I gave one to my friend Sophia, who has arthritis in both shoulders. She placed it under her bathroom sink for her daily items, lotions, face wash, toothpaste, and she told me it changed her routine completely. No more fumbling, no more pain. You can find lazy Susans in all sizes. Some are tiered, some have dividers, and they're usually affordable. They work best in spots where items tend to get lost or cluttered, especially places where you don't want to be reaching or bending too much. This little tool isn't just about convenience, it's about keeping your body safe and your space functional. When you can access what you need without struggling, you're not only saving time, you're protecting your joints, your energy, and your independence. And that makes a big difference day after day. Tip 10. Create a daily wipe-down habit for high-touch surfaces. One of the easiest ways to keep your home feeling clean and under control is to focus on the places that get messy the fastest. Your high-touch surfaces. These are the areas you use every single day: kitchen counters, dining tables, bathroom sinks, nightstands, and doorknobs. Instead of letting grime and dust build up, take just a minute each day to give them a quick wipe down. This isn't about deep cleaning. It's about maintenance. A simple cloth with warm water or a disinfecting wipe, if you prefer, is all you need. After you make breakfast, wipe the counter. After brushing your teeth, give the sink a quick once-over. These tiny habits take seconds but prevent messes from turning into full-blown cleaning projects. I know a retired chef named Steven who keeps a routine that works beautifully. After every meal, he wipes down his stove and counters. No scrubbing, no chemicals, just a cloth and a couple minutes of attention. He told me it saves him hours in the long run and helps him feel like his space is always ready for the next thing. This daily wipe-down habit isn't about being spotless. It's about creating a rhythm that makes your home feel cared for. It's also easier on your body. There's no crouching, no bending for long periods, no hauling out heavy supplies, just small, consistent actions that keep things manageable. If you've ever looked around and thought, where do I even start? This is the place. Start small, stay steady, and your home will thank you for it. And so will your back, your knees, and your peace of mind. Keeping a clean home doesn't have to mean exhausting yourself or living up to anyone else's standards. It's not about spotless floors or perfectly folded towels. It's about creating a space that feels calm, safe, and comfortable for you, one that supports your life instead of draining your energy. The truth is, aging doesn't take away your strength. It just changes the way you use it. And there is no shame in doing things differently. In fact, there's wisdom in learning how to work with your body, not against it. These small habits, these gentle adjustments, they add up. One wipe here, one thoughtful tool there, one little routine at the end of your day. That's how peace is built. Not in one big effort, but in the quiet care you give your space over time. So if today all you can do is toss a few papers or wipe down your table, that's enough. If all you do is set a timer and take one step, that's a win. Your home doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to feel like a place where you can breathe. And you deserve that. You've done so much for others. Now it's time to let your home take care of you. If you found these tips helpful, share them with someone you care about. You never know who might be carrying the same weight in silence. Let's make life a little easier for ourselves and for each other. Take good care. You've earned it.